This is Weronika Czyżewska-Poncyljusz from the Borderland Foundation. And tell me, Weronika, what is Borderland?
Well, so the Borderland Foundation is the and Center is the institution which was established on the Polish-Lithuanian borderland. So our main headquarters are located in Seine, a very small town on the border between Poland and Lithuania. And what we do there is we mostly focus on the work with local community, using different artistic studios to work with local community, starting from the youngest children to the eldest members of the community, on the heritage of the borderland, which for us is a really important concept. We do it through theater, through music, through art. We are also a publishing house, and we do it in a framework of a long-term educational and artistic projects.
And what's your goal with this? What do you try to achieve?
Well, first of all, we are trying to imagine the future for our borderland in the local but also European context. And we are trying to use the experiences and the heritage of this area, which was a place where Poles, Lithuanians, Russians, Old Believers, Gypsies, Germans created really rich culture once. Using this concept of the borderland, so the place which is not so much divided by the borders, but is embracing the borders into one community. For us, it's a pointer for the how Europe and Poland, Lithuania, and this place could look like in the future as well.
So you trying to dissolve the borders a bit through this?
No, it's not about dissolving borders. It's more about learning how to live with them and how to cherish the richness that it's coming out of it. So if you have a community, a real community that you work with, you very quickly learn that this is the way to think about the future of your place. Not so much eliminating or crossing borders, but living with them.
Mm. So you said like one concrete project you talked today about, or yesterday it was like you renovated a house there in Seine, wasn't it? Like this, you made a international congress centrum out of it. Can you explain like the concrete project, what you did there?
So that's about Krasnogruda, actually. So the place really close to Seine, an old manor house which used to belong to Czesław Miłosz, so the Polish Nobel Prize winner in literature family. And for many years we worked with the local community there, people from the villages around, again using art and education. And after sometimes we're able to rebuild the place and create there an international center for dialogue in Krasnogruda. So this is a place where we continue this daily work with the local community, but also try to find a space for meeting with people from Poland and abroad to work together on these cultural and educational programs, believing that the culture and art are really important tools for social change.
Mm-hmm. And so you said that something about you talked about deep culture. What's deep culture?
So deep culture for us, it's a culture which is not outside of daily life, but it's an organic part of it. It's a culture that it's not an event, but it's a process to which you invite people to not only be part of, but to co-create it with them. And then deep culture is also a culture which is concerned with the place and the community, so which accompany everyday life of the community, and is reacting and responding to its needs, but it also inspires the way that the community looks for the future. And it's also a culture which connects different artistic ways of expression, so it's not just about artists presenting something. It's about them making real culture products together with local people.
Isn't this kind of like identity or making identity? Is it like connected to this?
It always is, because we work a lot, and it's unavoidable in the places like our borderland, but I think it's unavoidable anywhere, that to go really deep into the place and into the community, you encounter memory, history, and all the difficult and complicated identities there. And it's one thing to get to know about them, voice them, and the second thing is to feel like you, by belonging to a certain place, you embrace all of them in your own heritage. And to do that, this is exactly the borderland culture or the borderland identity.
Cool. Okay. One last thing, and then you can go inside. Does it somehow translate to how does it contribute to fostering a European identity? Is there a connection to it?
Well, yes. The way that we see European identity, it's first of all about getting to know your place. Where are you coming from? And embracing that and learning as much about it as possible. And then you find that your struggles, your challenges are very much universal and can contribute to the Europe that we want to create together for its citizens. So this idea of borderland, this ability to live together in places like this is something that Europe very much needs today. And also this way, of thinking about tradition, that to be faithful to the tradition means to actually continue it in new ways. And that's what borderland culture is also and always was about.
Cool. Weronika, thank you.